open them up with a little tool that looks like this, and it's got a little finger on it. We slide it between the doors and pull down the tab that's on the inside. I think it's kind of neat. It doesn't show the hardware on the outside. It makes for a nice clean package. So the tab is right here. We pull that down, you can open it up just like that. Okay, and that exposes the electronics. This is the electronics rack, and I'm going to try and get a little tighter shot so you can see it a little better. At the very top of the rack is what we call the AVA controller. That's the box that controls the aperture strip in the E column. Right below that is a UHR Delta power supply. And then we have multiple electronics racks below it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 racks, plus the IGP power supplies. Then an interface box below that. See what you can see. Okay. And behind this door is the electronics rack for the I column. It's got a flotation table, the spicer, field cancellation, and the turbo pump controller, as well as the IGP for the ion column. We have one ion getter pump on the ion column. We have 2 on the E column. And the power supply, high tension power supply. Now we're going to open up the front panel so you can look inside to the chamber area, and that's the fun part. Okay, this is inside the tool. You're looking at the electron column here, and the 2 IGPs we talked about, an AVA controller, and this is the sensor for the spicer field cancellation. In here we can also see, we can look inside of the chamber itself. We've got a viewport, it's a light glass viewport. And then this is the load lock. I'll show you the different holders we use, but it'll hold an 8-inch wafer in there. And on the back side, which you can't see, that's directly behind the electron column, is the ion column. So we'll move around back so I can show you that. On the back of the tool now, and we're looking directly at the ion column. It's at an angle, it happens to be 52 degrees from here. And this is the high tension cap for it. We've got a couple of black knobs here we call positioners that help us move the source to go right down in the middle of the column through several apertures. Now this box right here is the deflection amplifier that moves the beam, steers the beam, if you will, both when it scans, plus it has a DC shift, left, right, up and down. It also helps with the stig, and it's a very important box. So basically we generate an ion beam. That's the source is the liquid metal ion source. We accelerate that source, and it'll begin to emit, and then we control it with this box. On here we also have a, you can just kind of barely see the top of it here, the AVA controller, automatic variable aperture strip controller, exactly like the one for the E column, but the apertures are different sizes. And lens 1 is here, lens 2 is just below it. for pre-focus and focus of the beam. And right over here, you can see it, that's a CDM detector. We'll talk about it a little bit. And below this whole level here, I can show you the tank that develops the voltages for the ion column. And you can see right here, it's got HTSU on high tension supply unit, HTSU, for the ion column. All right, this is the fourth side of the tool. This side you can see the tilt mechanism in here. You can kind of see the heavy cylinder here that the tensions it, pre-tensions it. You can also see the two interface boards for the stage, what they call SBB and SMC boards. We do a lot of our stage testing with these boards. That's the last point, or the first point outside of vacuum. We get an opportunity to test the stage, and we do a lot of it. It's got a number of LEDs on here that tells the stage whether it's at home or not. And the encoder signals are brought out, and we can measure those. If I get a chance in a second or third video, I can show you how to test those signals. I'd like to do that. You also get a little better perspective on the columns here. Okay, the E column is here. See if I can tilt up with the okay. So I column here, E column right there. So you can see how they're mounted on the vacuum stand.